bombshell. You know it's a bombshell when Tim Pool comments on it. How is this man not lost like millions of people? How has this man not lost millions of people? I'm losing thousands by the day by giving out truth. This man is gaining by giving out hopium.
What's up, everybody? I just wanted to point out this trend that's continued to happen. The Amazing Lucas is a conservative YouTube commentator, he does gameplay, whatnot, live streams. I love his live streams; they're awesome. But he's one of the only conservative YouTubers that I actually watch. And I try to get a broad, spectrum of opinions or whatnot. But some people, I just can't watch some people because they're just grifters. They're people who just feed you what you want to hear. I don't really watch TYT. There's very particular people that I watch. I like Nico House, MCSC Network. I watch Kyle Kalinske, and a few others. And Amazing Lucas is one of the particular people that I like to watch. And over the summertime, we all know what happened with the George Floyd protests, the riots, everything like that. It started with the Ahmaud Arbery incident, where Lucas went against the grain of what the talking points were in the conservative commentary atmosphere, or in the conservative commentary circles, especially on YouTube. And he ended up losing thousands and thousands of subs because he was at 600,000, I think. He was gaining momentum over the last year, and then the summertime happened, and basically this dude was just not going to he's not a talking point type person. He's very upfront and he's objective, and people fled his channel because of objectivity and because he wasn't going along with what people wanted to hear. And that's continued with this whole election thing, because he's at 458 thousand subs. He was at 460 a week ago. He just keeps losing subs because he doesn't back down. He's planting his 10 toes down in how he is, and he's not gonna turn into one of these talking point machines just for money purposes. A lot of people, I've seen people make videos on him calling him not conservative. This dude is objective. He's just very objective. But the definition of what people think conservative is been just people who feed them talking points all day or feed them what they want to hear. And with this whole election situation, he's not just going to get on here and say Trump is definitely has a chance of winning for the court case. He might joke about being at 1% and stuff like that. But he's not just some talking point machine. He's just not. He's gonna be objective about it. If it's something that obviously is ludicrous, he's gonna call it out. But people want to be fed a narrative, and that's why, with Fox News, they fled Fox News because they're not feeding them this narrative constantly anymore. They want to be fed this narrative. So they fled to OANN and Newsmax, which they're literally just doing this for money purposes. On One American News Network, I think it was the CEO or somebody high up basically said, yeah, we're doing this, we're capitalizing off of this pretty much because people want to hear this. People want to hear this stuff. So they're basically just feeding people what they want to hear. Now, what happens when they stop doing it? Where will these people go? I don't know where they're going to go. They're just going to keep getting pushed further and further down this tunnel. And the same thing has happened with Lucas. He's not telling them what they want to hear, so they're just fleeing him. And look, you have the right to do that. If you want to be just fed that stuff all day, if you want to be fed just talking points nonstop, fine. You can go watch Brandon Tatum. You can go watch Tim Pool. You can go watch all of them, okay? Because they will feed you a narrative. They will feed you that. For people on the left of the spectrum, you can go watch TYT. They will pump you up with that stuff all day. But if you really want to be objective, if you really want objective people, watch independent-minded people who are not going to lie to your face. They're not going to just constantly lie to your face. Okay. So yeah, that's my qualm with this, because it's kind of annoying in a way that people are just traumatized, I guess, because same thing happened back in 2016 with the when Hillary Clinton lost, and you had the whole Russiagate investigation. MSNBC was the main culprit. You had CNN. They're kind of a mixed bag of it, but they were talking about it 24/7 too. I got tired of hearing dossier, Russia, Vladimir Putin. I just got so tired of it. They fed this to everybody all day long. And guess what happened? The Mueller report was an absolute nothing. It was absolute nothing burger. It was nothing. After they had hyped it up for years, it was nothing. Nothing. And they sat here, got people all pumped up, thinking that Trump's going to walk out in handcuffs, and it didn't happen. Had Rachel Maddow with her little connection boards like she's some detective or something on TV. Didn't happen. It just didn't happen. And now you got them doing the same thing with this voter fraud thing. Now, if you want to call out election fraud, it can be a serious issue because we saw what happened in the Democratic primary both times. But it's getting to the point where they're starting to just grift off of this. Because they're pumping up their supporters, because a lot of Trump supporters do not believe the outcome of this election, and they're literally harassing these people with emails telling them, donate now. This is your final chance. Donate now. Are you gonna be a warrior and save America? Are you gonna stand up, patriot? Are you gonna stand up? This is your final warning. And I'm not joking about the whole final warning. They were literally sending out these emails that were like, this is your final warning. Why aren't you donating to us? Other people have donated. Why aren't you donating to us? So, it's getting to the point where they're just raising money off of this stuff. They're going to keep filing lawsuits, but they're getting tossed out of court because there's not substantial evidence. And a lot of people will say, yeah, there is evidence. You just got to look at it. It's just right there in their face. They just don't want to see it. If it was right there in the face, we could see it. But circumstantial evidence or circumstances don't really, they're not, what are they going to do with that? And then they're saying they want Trump to just go to the legislatures and tell them to overturn the result, tell them to put in Trump electors. That is setting a ludicrous precedent. That is setting a horrible precedent that you don't want to see happen. I don't want to see that happen. I don't want every time there's an election, well, I'm just going to go tell this legislature, if they're the majority for my party, I'm going to tell them to just overturn it. Give them my electors so I can get the state. What kind of authoritarian mess is that? That is not what you want to do. These people aren't going to start a civil war over some circumstances. Well, I mean, the poll worker didn't tell me everything I needed to know. You're gonna start a civil war over that? Oh, my Sharpie bled through, and I didn't. We're gonna start a civil war over that, over a Sharpie? Well, you see, the poll worker, he didn't tell me I was supposed to print that out, and I didn't know how to print it. You want to start a civil war over that stuff? Because I don't. I would really not like to see a civil war happen. Okay. I know some of you out there are prepared. Y'all running through the woods, practicing. I don't want that, okay? I don't want that. And then you got the mathematical anomalies or whatnot. If you want to try and push that, fine, but I mean, that happens all the time. It has to be something just absolutely real. Then don't even get me started on the ghost of Hugo Chavez. like with the Venezuelans did this. And why would Venezuela want Biden to be president? Why? You think that they've seen the foreign policy for the last however many years? You think Biden's foreign policy when it pertains to Venezuela, is going to be any different than Trump's? It just makes no sense. It literally makes no sense. And and plus Hugo Chavez, why would he even have to rig the machines? He had the will of his people on his side. He didn't even have to rig the elections. But anyway, look, Lucas, keep doing what you're doing. He has some awesome live streams. I suggest you guys go check out his live streams. They're fun to watch. I love watching him just wreck people all the time. It's hilarious. But yeah. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, like, comment, subscribe, like, whenever you do, having to do, wherever you do, just do it. It's your boy Red X Black. I'm gonna have to call in again to his live stream. I'm out, guys. Peace. Be objective.